And then after you have your camera all wired, it's time to just check the firmware and make sure your firmware is up to date on the various components, such as your studio fiber converter, your camera fiber converter, the camera itself. It's important to note that if you're going to update the camera fiber converter, the studio fiber converter must be powered off, because you cannot power the system from the studio fiber converter while you're updating the camera fiber converter. So make sure you use the camera's AC power adapter instead. When you set up the camera for the first time, you're going to want to do some things like turn on the viewfinder, then turn on the camera, and then go through the menu to make sure all your settings are set appropriately. So we'll do some basic settings here. We'll hit menu, take a look at all this. Frame rate we know is going to be 5994. I'm going to change the name of it. So you want to configure that. So one of the things you're going to find is that the viewfinder, when you first turn it on, has some default settings you're probably going to want to change. So the menu button's on the top left, and we're just going to cycle through and see what we want to adjust. So for instance, because this is a studio camera, I'm going to turn the audio meters off. That's going to come from the soundboard. We don't need that. Same thing with exposure meters. That's all going to be shaded, so we don't need that either. You want to keep all your color channels on because you want to see a full color picture. And then what we'll probably do is you can turn on guides if you want them, but we can always set that up later. And then go to shortcuts. That all looks good. Cursor 1 is the F3 button. That's a shortcut, and I'll show you what that is in a second. This stuff all looks good. We're going to change focus assist to green. One of the neat features you can set up are safe zones that are customized for your program and its graphic design. So to do that, we're going to use the region called cursors, and this section is pretty cool. So let's invoke it by going to the menu system, and let's then navigate over to cursors and say edit cursors. And because this is camera 3, what we want to do is we want to edit region 3, the third cursor over there. So let's select that. And then let's go ahead and change that to match our graphics package. So in this case, what that means we want to do is we want to essentially make the width 870. Select that. We're going to bring that down to 870. Like that. And then we want to make the height 720. Then what we need to do is we need to map cursor 3 to a function button. So F3 is what we're going to map it to, and it's cursor 3 that we want. So we're going to go back to our menu and go to our shortcuts and scroll down to button F3. We're going to change it to cursor 3. And then we're going to lock that in, exit our menu, and now if you hit F3, you get that region, that safe region where you want to have your talent here, because your over-the-shoulder graphic is going to appear in that region there. And then, of course, once you have finished setting up your camera system, you want to calibrate the back focus of your telephoto lens so that you can get true parfocal operation. I have a whole tutorial on how to do this, but basically you want to be about 3 meters away from this spot on your camera system.
Next, make sure that the iris is set to manual, not automatic. And then with your iris wide open, you want to set your back focus. And if necessary, feel free to use your ND filters to knock down the brightness to help you with the process. After that, you want to shade your cameras and make sure that they all match.
And with that, the camera system is completely built and ready for operation.